New severe storm and flooding threat, 26 million in the path right now. This morning, Texas to New Jersey on alert for flash flooding and tornadoes after 20 reported twisters tear through the Midwest, one destroying this church in Indiana. Now where the storm is heading next.
Also this morning, Iran's new warning about its nuclear stockpile as the confrontation escalates with the U.S. after the attack on those 2 oil tankers.
The ABC News exclusive. The reaction right now to 30 hours, Georgia's unprecedented look inside President Trump's White House. Those candid moments in the Oval Office.
It's a fantastic financial statement. Let's do that over. He's coughing in the middle of my answer.
Yeah. Also on the campaign trail.
I mean, these people are so incredible. Look, they're crying. They're so cute.
And the new fallout this morning after what the president told George about those poll numbers, showing him behind Joe Biden in key battlegrounds, and the president on obstruction of justice and on President Obama.
Outrage this morning over a police confrontation caught on camera. Officers pointing guns at this family and threatening to shoot a man in front of his children.
The juice is loose on Twitter this morning. O.J. Simpson instantly going viral with this message.
I got a little getting even to do.
Now Kim Golden responding right here on the 25th anniversary of that infamous Bronco chase.
Shark attack. The new warning this morning after an 8-year-old is bitten off the coast of North Carolina. The 3rd attack there just this month.
And no calming down here. Get ready for the worldwide exclusive premiere of Taylor Swift's brand new music video. And wait until you see who makes a surprise appearance. The big debut right here on GMA.
Live in Times Square, this is Good Morning America.
No calming down here. We're excited that David Muir is here.
Where have you been all my life?
I know. But there is great excitement for this big...
Incredible excitement.
A lot of big names.
Yeah.
A lot of big names.
Huge names in this new Taylor Swift video, and we're going to debut it right here this morning. A big exclusive here on GMA. Also, can we get a little golf clap here on a Monday morning? Look at this. People so excited also for the U.S. women's national team and that win over Chile. Carly Lloyd making history.
Yes,
but what we
did.
loved was not only that part of the celebration, but... that little clap after so much was made about that. There it is, right there.
And she said, if you think, are you wondering if I made a statement? She said, yes, I'm
yes,
making a
statement. I did, just for the record.
Right.
Criticize me for celebrating. I'll show you a little more subdued one. But we're going to begin this morning with that wicked weather from the heartland to the East Coast. ABC's Marcus Moore. He's in Fort Worth, Texas, starting us off this morning. Good morning, Marcus.
Well, Michael, good morning. For the second weekend in a row, severe storms have battered this region, knocking out power and destroying homes like these behind me. Overnight, severe weather leaving a path of destruction from Texas to Pennsylvania. Wind gusts up to 70 miles per hour, tearing off this roof in Fort Worth, tossing this helicopter on its side at the Aviation Museum.
That one touched down.
In Oklahoma, twin landspouts spotted outside Oklahoma City, triggering tornado warnings around the town of Omega. At least 20 tornadoes reported in the region over the last 2 days.
There's debris everywhere in the air.
5 of those tearing through central Indiana. An EF2 whipping up 130-mile-per-hour winds in Ellisville, snapping trees like toothpicks, ripping the front of this home from its foundation. In Bentonville, this church destroyed by a tornado. Sheets of metal from these warehouses left littering the ground. More than 3,000 residents around the state left without power. And in Colorado, mounds of hail burying the ground. Flash flooding swallowing up roads, leaving cars stranded. And the National Weather Service will be out later this morning to assess the damage. And Michael, fortunately, no injuries were reported.
All right, that's good news right there, Marcus. Thank you so much. We're going to go to Ginger with the latest on the storm's timing and track. Good morning to you, Ginger.
Hey, good morning to you, Michael. We just found out that there's a search going on right now just south of Louisville, Kentucky, for a man that was swept away in floodwaters. You go north there, and Floyd County, Indiana, of Louisville there, that's where one of the rescues turned out well. They got him out. In Wichita, Kansas, it was close to a half a foot of rain that left people pushing their cars through the water. And unfortunately, it sounds like a lot of those issues were when people drove through barriers. So don't do that this morning. Hundreds of passengers stuck in Houston overnight as they had a ground stop thanks to all that tropical moisture fueling against the stationary front. You go from southern Indiana over to New Jersey, Delaware, and Maryland, you're under flood watch. So not only could we see that, but damaging wind in the same area today. Robin.
All right, Ginger, thank you. Now to the escalating confrontation with Iran. This morning, officials there issuing a new warning as Secretary of State Mike Pompeo says the U.S. has, quote, unmistakable evidence Iran is responsible for the recent attacks on 2 oil tankers. Martha Raddatz is in Washington with more on all this. Good morning, Martha.
Good morning, Robin. A very troubling announcement from Tehran this morning that means this standoff with the U.S. could get much worse. A spokesman for Iran's atomic agency saying just a short time ago that in the next 10 days, Iran will break the uranium stockpile limit that was set by that 2015 nuclear deal with world powers. This is a first. The Trump administration had already withdrawn from the deal, but Iran has stayed within the limits. And of course, President Trump has warned that the U.S. will not allow Iran to get a nuclear weapon, Robin.
And again, you can't emphasize enough about the Secretary of State saying unmistakable evidence. That's what he said about the attack on those oil tankers.
Exactly. We have all seen that video that the U.S. says shows members of Iran's Revolutionary Guard Corps trying to remove an unexploded mine from the hull of one of those tankers. But Secretary Pompeo spent much of the weekend trying to convince some allies that the evidence was solid. Germany has said they need more evidence, as has Japan. But Pompeo says the U.S. is considering a full range of responses to the tanker attacks, with some members of Congress calling for military strikes, Robin.
Full range. All right, Martha, thank you. David?
Really troubling developments there, Robin. Thanks. We're going to turn now to new reaction this morning to George's exclusive interview with President Trump. George embedding with the president and his team for 30 hours on the campaign trail in the president's limo, Air Force One, the Oval Office, and what he told George about Robert Mueller, about his own finances. And there's news this morning on those internal poll numbers the president was not happy with. The polls that showed Biden with a significant lead in some key battlegrounds. What's now happened to those pollsters behind the numbers? Let's get right to our senior White House correspondent, Cecilia Vega, with us on a Monday morning. Good morning, Cecilia.
Hey, David, good morning to you. Let's not forget that other bombshell, the president telling George that he would indeed accept information about his opponents if offered by a foreign government like Russia or China. This was an unprecedented look inside this White House.
Over 2 days, ABC News inside the White House with exclusive access.
You and I, we know we disagree about that, but we have a whole day ahead to go.
From the moment the president begins his day,
Every network, every station, we have breaking news, they read my tweet.
to the end, when he walks to the private residence with the First Lady. George right there.
Good morning, Mr. President. How are you?
Very good. Thank you.
Good night?
Very good night. We had a good day and a good night.
How much sleep?
Probably I average 4 or 5 hours, I guess.
A never-before-seen look inside the life of the 45th president, inside the White House and beyond.
George,
When did you know you
welcome to
like
the
campaigning?
Beast.
Thank you. Yeah, the Beast
I
is
enjoy
something.
it. I mean, these people are so incredible. Look, they're crying. They're so cute.
Over and over again, the president bringing up the Mueller report.
George, the report said no collusion.
Did you read the report?
Yes, I did, and you should read it too. Come on, let's go.
Also on his mind, his re-election. And reports saying that internal campaign polls showed him trailing behind former Vice President Joe Biden in key battleground states.
For instance, on Good Morning America today, they had that phony polling information. I explained to you last night that it was phony, but you didn't do anything about it. You should have, but it was late in the evening and perhaps you didn't get a chance.
I've studied those polls. I've heard the explanations for them.
Ultimately, it doesn't matter.
But why does it bother you so much?
Because it's untrue. I like the truth. You know, I'm actually a very honest guy. If I thought they were correct, I wouldn't be complaining at all. I understand that. It's like the witch hunt that goes on.
The tension building as the president discussed his personal finances.
When you will see my financial statement at some point, I assume it's going to be released, you'll be very impressed with the job I've done.
You're going to turn it over?
No, at some point, I might. But at some point, I hope they get it because it's a fantastic financial statement.
That cough from his chief of staff, Mick Mulvaney.
And let's do that over. He's coughing in the middle of my answer.
Yeah, okay.
I don't like that, you know?
When your chief of staff.
If you're going to cough, please leave the room.
Get a shot of, and I'll come over here.
You just can't.
Just to change the shot.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, do you want to do that a little differently then?
The last stop, the Rose Garden, where the president defended his relationship with North Korea's dictator, Kim Jong-un.
I listen to you every single day. All Americans do, especially over these last couple days.
Right.
You know, the press are enemy of the people, fake news, Joe Biden's a loser, low IQ. You had all these warm
and
words.
other people are very good.
For Kim Jong. No, but explain the
strategy.
strategy.
Nice things about you.
Why?
Maybe you're in that category.
You never know. But there seems to be a dissonance there.
I don't think so. I say a lot of nice things about a lot of people that are very soft and nice. And I say good things about lots of people.
As for his legacy, President Trump says he still has more to do.
How do you want to be remembered as president?
As a president that loved the people, took care of the people, made our economy tremendous, built up our military, took care of our vets. Somebody that really loved the country and did a great job, whether it's 4 years or hopefully it's 8 years, because I still have work to do. Somebody that did a really great job for the country.
Yeah, it was really something. George also asked President Trump if he really believes that President Obama was working to undermine his presidency. And David, there's a headline in President Trump's answer. He said that this, quote, goes very high up the food chain, and that, quote, I would say President Obama had to know about it.
And Cecilia, we also heard George ask there, the president, why do the polls bother you so much? We heard what the president said, that they are untrue. He said, I like the truth. But there's news this morning on the pollsters themselves behind those internal polls.
Yeah, David, the campaign is now cutting ties with some of these pollsters after these numbers leaked. Numbers, remember, that President Trump said did not exist. This is a shakeup, David, that is coming just before the president kicks off his re-election campaign officially. That happens tomorrow in Florida.
All right, Cecilia Vega at the White House this morning. Cecilia, thanks.
All right, David, now to the blowback from an arrest that's caught on camera in Phoenix. Officers pointing guns at a family after their 4-year-old daughter took a doll from a store. ABC's Lindsay Davis is here with more. And Lindsay, the mayor is blasting her own police department.
That's right. Good morning to you, Michael. The mayor is not only apologizing, but calling out the officers' actions as completely inappropriate and unprofessional. And the parents involved in this say that the family wasn't just traumatized. They claim that the officers physically injured the father and their 1-year-old daughter.
Get out the car!
This morning, an Arizona family is seeking $10 million from the city of Phoenix, raising questions about excessive force as this video goes viral. 22-year-old Drayvon Ames and his partner, Aisha Harper, a pregnant mother of 2, were stopped by police responding to a shoplifting call. The couple's 4-year-old daughter walking out of a nearby dollar store with a doll without paying and without her parents' knowledge.
When I tell you to do something, you do it.
Ames is seen being pulled from the car and kicked. One officer aims his gun and threatens Harper, who's inside the car holding her baby.
It was just a scary situation. I never thought I'd be in. Traumatizing for me and my daughter.
In their report, the officers say they feared that she was hiding something or reaching for a weapon, writing that the couple refused commands. The videos, taken by witnesses, have created a public outcry. The city's police chief appeared on ABC affiliate KNXV on Sunday.
We're running investigations. We're being transparent. Frankly, we're rolling out body-worn cameras much faster than we had been.
The mayor of Phoenix tweeting, "There is no situation in which this behavior is ever close to acceptable," adding, "I am deeply sorry for what this family went through, and I apologize to our community."
I'm scared for little girls around the world that probably picks up a toy or something and afraid of getting shot.
Jay-Z is now offering the couple legal help. His company Roc Nation released a statement calling the video the picture of hate, adding, "If they need our help, we are at their disposal." Fortunately for the family, this was all caught on tape. Really hard to watch.
I know, but as the mayor said, inappropriate, unprofessional at the very least.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Lindsay, so much. We have the latest now on Boeing. The company's executives are apologizing this morning for those deadly 737 MAX crashes. David Curley has the latest on that. Good morning, David.
Morning, Robin. This is the biggest aviation gathering of the year, but it's not sales, it's safety that Boeing is pitching at this year's Paris Air Show. Boeing executives opening the session with apologizing. Yesterday, it was the CEO saying critical errors were made. Today, the president of commercial airlines apologizing to both the airlines and families for the nearly 350 people who were killed in those 2 737 MAX crashes. Now, the MAX remains grounded. Boeing has not actually submitted its final software fix, which it says will add 3 layers of protection to the 737 MAX and part of this anti-stall system. And David, Boeing is still waiting for the FAA to ask for that safety checkout flight to move the process forward.
Yeah, many questions still to come. David Curley, who follows us every step of the way for us. David, thank you. In the meantime, we turn now to the remarkable images overseas this morning. The unfolding crisis in Hong Kong. They are fighting back against pressure from China, a law that would allow China to extradite people from Hong Kong. And the new protest numbers this morning, nearly 2 million of the 7 million in that city on the streets. ABC's Bob Woodruff is right there in Hong Kong for us. Good morning, Bob.
Well, good morning, David. What you are seeing right now are protesters chanting, gathering once again. This after most of them voluntarily left the streets peacefully this morning, hours after police showed up at dawn, asking them to open the road back up. And Sunday saw the largest march in Hong Kong's history, estimated at 2 million protesters, all wearing black, a message about the violence conducted by police last Wednesday. Also, white ribbons and flowers in honor of one 35-year-old protester who fell from this scaffolding Saturday night. Now, Hong Kong's chief executive, Carrie Lam, essentially the mayor of Hong Kong, finally apologized and said she will stop pushing for a new extradition law which would enable China to get Hong Kong criminals transferred to the mainland courts. But this morning, the remaining protesters are surrounding her office here in downtown Hong Kong, calling for resignation. They are promising they will not stop until she steps down. We will see. Guys.
Oh, wow, 2 million taken to the street like that. Bob, thank you. Now to the U.S. women celebrating another big World Cup win. They beat Chile 3-0 on Sunday, and team captain Carly Lloyd scored her way into the record books. Will Reeve is here with that for us. Good morning, Will.
Good morning, Robin. Yesterday's win proving yet again just how great the U.S. women's national team is, and it brought them one step closer to defending their World Cup title.
Blasted! What a goal for the U.S.!
The U.S. women kept dominating and making history.
Sending it across on a line drive, header, goal!
Shutting out Chile 3-0 in their second World Cup match as tens of thousands travel from around the globe to see them in action. The score likely more lopsided if not for the heroics of Chile's goalkeeper, Christian Endler, batting down shot after shot, but it wasn't enough.
And what a save by Endler.
Carly Lloyd, Team USA's captain, becoming the first player ever to score in 6 consecutive World Cup appearances. She's also the oldest, at 36, to score multiple goals in a World Cup match.
I just want to win a World Cup and another World Cup and help the team in any way possible.
The women's team already coming under fire for what many saw as overzealous celebrations during their 13-0 victory over Thailand. Lloyd seeming to poke fun at critics with a subtle golf clap, shaking off that criticism to ESPN.
I did my celebration and then went over to the bench, and they all just kind of did the little clap, which was fun. But those team celebrations are fun, and that's what they're all about.
For this match against Chile, U.S. coach Jill Ellis benched 6 of the team's starters from that 13-0 win, and they still dominated, showing off their depth, their skill. Next match is Thursday against Sweden, then is on to the knockout stage.
It is? Yeah. All right, well, thanks.
If you can win with the best of the bench, then you're good to go. You're cruising. Thanks, Will. We got a lot we're following this morning, including the latest on that 8-year-old boy, now a 3rd case, attacked by a shark off the coast. But first, let's get right back over to Ginger following severe storms.
Yes, and we've got to get straight to the select cities, brought to you by the Las Vegas Convention.
Far away, but I will be home real soon.
Jessica? That's me. Party of 1.
A smile on my face, 'cause I got to love me too. Darling, I don't forget.
Yes, I like to order champagne. Party of 1.
Wonderful things you do. And I found a smile on my face, 'cause I got to love me too.
Starting out warm and muggy, and then hot, sticky, and stormy later today. We'll be on weather alert, the potential for some severe storms between 2 and about 8 p.m. So this will take you right into the evening hours. 89 degrees, feeling as though temperatures are in the low to mid 90s across the area. And storms again tomorrow between 3 and 8. It's rain for Wednesday with some afternoon storms, and then storms again on Thursday. The only day this week that's going to feel nice is Friday. First day of summer, the high 84.
Finally feeling like summer, but we've all got that one friend that's holding on to winter, like Zola in Oregon.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ginger.
Little patch.
Thank you for starting the new week with us. We'll be right back.
The AI I want? Well, insurance is all about trust and speed. I need it to guide this analyst to customize flood coverage for this house so that this team can inform this couple that their payment will arrive faster than this guy.
Hey.